Imagine a world where the shadow of a defeated Dark Lord lingers, threatening the fragile peace of mighty kingdoms. In the wake of Sauron's fall at Barad-dûr, the realms of Gondor and Arnor rise from the ashes of Númenor, only to face relentless assaults from the servants of darkness. Join us as we unravel the epic tale of their battles, betrayals, and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Welcome to the AI American Generals channel, where the saga of the War of the Ring continues. With Sauron's defeat at the Siege of Barad-dûr, the Second Age ended, ushering in the Third Age dominated by men as the elves' power waned. Many elves sailed to the Undying Lands, leaving the descendants of Númenor, now called Dúnedain, to face a precarious future. Despite the Dark Lord's apparent destruction, challenges persisted. Before the last alliance entered Mordor, Sauron's orcs held the misty mountain passes but fled from the might of Elendil and Gil-galad's forces. The Free Peoples, focused on defeating Sauron, did not pursue, setting the stage for future conflicts. After the siege, Isildur, claiming Sauron's One Ring as Wergild for his father and brother's deaths, consolidated Gondor's rule, replanting the White Tree in Minas Ithil. He sent most of his army to Arnor and set out for Rivendell to seek Elrond's counsel. Traveling through the Vale of Anduin, Isildur's retinue was ambushed by a massive orc horde near the Gladden fields. Forming a defensive Thangale shield wall, the Dúnedain held strong despite being outnumbered 10-1. Isildur, realizing the dire situation, sent the Shards of Narsil to Rivendell. As the orcs attacked in a crescent formation, the Dúnedain's lines faltered. Isildur's sons Cirion and Eretan fell, and Elendil urged his father to use the ring's invisibility to escape. Isildur fled into the Anduin, but the ring slipped from his finger in the Gladden Fields marshes. Emerging from the river, he was killed by orc archers, his body lost forever. Only 3 Dúnedain survived, saved by woodman allies. The disaster at Gladden Fields led to Isildur's youngest son, Valandil, becoming king of Arnor but refusing Gondor's crown, splitting the kingdoms. Arnor faced further turmoil after King Irindur's death in TA 861, fragmenting into Arthedain, Cardolan, and Rhudaur amid civil war. These weakened realms squandered their strength in petty conflicts. Meanwhile, Gondor flourished, defeating an Easterling invasion under King Turambar, annexing lands from Rhovanion to Mordor. The Ship Kings, from Taranon Falastor, TA 830, to Hyre Mendicilai, TA 1149, led Gondor to its greatest extent, a golden age where precious stones were but pebbles for children. Sauron's lieutenant, the Witch King of Angmar, emerged during King Malvagil's reign, driving dwarves from their holds and founding Angmar. In TA 1356, Rhudaur, tainted by the Witch King, attacked Arthedain, killing King Argileb in the Battle of Amon Sul. By TA 1409, Angmar annexed Rhudaur and devastated Cardolan, razing Amon Sul. Arthedain's capital, Fornost, was besieged but relieved by elves from Grey Havens, Lorien, and Rivendell. Despite this, Arthedain remained the last northern human kingdom, locked in a 600-year struggle with Angmar. Gondor faced persistent Easterling threats, with Mendicilai routing them in TA 1248 alongside Rhovanian allies, later known as Rohirrim. Internal discord arose when King Valakar married a Rhovanian princess, leading to his son Eldakar's overthrow by Castamir in TA 1432. Eldakar reclaimed the throne in 1447 with Rhovanian aid, but Osgiliath was sacked, losing its palantir. Castamir's sons fled to Umbar, establishing a rival kingdom. The Great Plague of TA 1636 decimated Gondor's cities and abandoned Mordor's watch, while Cardolan was left uninhabited, haunted by Angmar's Barrow Wights. In TA 1851, the Wainwriter Easterlings raided Gondor and Rhovanion, enslaving many. King Narmasil II and Marhari of Rovanion faced them in the Battle of the Plains, a disastrous defeat that killed both leaders and ended Rovanion as a nation. Survivors, led by Marwini, became the Eotheod. The Wainwriters ruled Rovanion for 45 years, but their Pyrrhic victory halted further advances. In TA 1899, the Eotheod warned Gondor of a Wainwriter attack, leading to the Second Battle of Dagorlad, where King Calameter and Marwini's forces defeated them. A slave revolt in Rovanion further weakened the Wainwriters, though they later allied with Khand in Harad. The fall of Arthedain and the Battle of Fornost. In TA 1940, Gondor and Arthedain strengthened ties through King Arvedjui's marriage to Andohar's daughter Firiel. In TA 1944, Andohar and his sons were killed by Wainwriters at the Black Gate, but General Ernal's southern victory and surprise attack at the Wainwriter camp ended their threat. Ernal became king, denying Arvedjui's claim to unite the kingdoms. Angmar overran Arthedain in TA 1974, capturing Fornost and forcing Arvedjui to flee. He drowned in the ice bay of Forachel. In TA 1975, Ernal's son Arnor led a coalition of Gondorians, elves, and Arthedain survivors to defeat Angmar at the Battle of Fornost. Arnor's cavalry and Glorfindel's elven host crushed the Witch King's army, though the Witch King escaped, taunting Arnor. Glorfindel prophesied that no mortal man would slay him. Arnor became king in TA 2043 but fell to the Witch King's challenge in TA 2050, marching to Minas Morgul and vanishing, ending Anarion's line. Gondor's stewards ruled until the king returned, fearing civil war. In TA 2510, the Balchoth Easterlings, influenced by Sauron, attacked Gondor. Steward Sirion, with little hope, faced them at the field of Celebrant. Eorl the Young's Eotheod cavalry arrived, crushing the Balchoth in a decisive charge. In gratitude, Sirion granted Calanardan to the Eotheod, forming Rohan. Eorl swore an eternal oath of aid to Gondor, cementing their alliance. The War of the Ring's early battles shaped Middle-earth's fate. Gondor persisted under the Stewards, while Arnor's remnants survived as the Dunedain under chieftain Aranarth. Sauron's shadow grew, with Minas Ithil becoming Minas Morgul. The bonds between Gondor and Rohan, forged in battle, would prove pivotal. Stay tuned for more tales of Middle-earth's epic struggles, as we explore other fantasy and sci-fi universes. Subscribe, like, and comment to share your thoughts on this saga and what you'd like to see next.